Hello, welcome back to Gumbear Gaming. So when we left off, we had built this magnificent bastard here, um, and I'm pretty proud of it. I'm pretty proud of how it looks. There was a few problems in the general construction. I didn't get it to go exactly as I wanted it, um, because I didn't choose the right type of coaster, I think, to get that impact. So what we're going to do is build around this. I'm not going to build the paths and stuff to it yet. I'm not overly concerned with making it. We'll pause the time on there so it stays daylight. I'm not overly concerned with getting people actually in the park just yet. What I want to do is just theme this up, do some more landscaping, and then maybe start construction of the second coaster that's going to be in this area. Because I think I want three, depending on how easy the second one is to build. Obviously without getting caught up on each other. Um, in the same area, in the same sort of piratey valley thing, and that's gonna be like a zone for the thing. News on Planet Coaster while I begin this. I got an email this morning from Frontier saying that Alpha 3 is going to be out 23rd of August, so I'm hyped for that. That should be fun. They haven't said what's going to be in it. They've just said, Alpha 3 is coming and it will be soon. And yeah, so we're getting it. We're getting a new. I'm gonna bring this up a little bit, so I can put a second coaster here. So yeah, Alpha 3's coming. That I'm happy with. Oh, did not. Can I control C that? Yeah. Yeah. So I'm really happy. That should be fun. Here we are. Hopefully we'll have the fantasy bits that they've kind of teased so far. That looks okay for a second. Well, it's slanted. Why won't it level out? There we go. Make like a little island there and spread it out a little bit. What I'm going to do is do that and bring up the edges just around one side. So yeah, hopefully it'll have the fantasy side of stuff. It'll have some cool stuff that we can play around with. I'm hoping water becomes a thing. I did see a teaser for like a desert style biome, which again should be super fun when they bring that out. So just bridge the paths to these. So that's going to be one coaster. And I'm just going to chisel out the rock a little bit here. Make it look a little bit more natural. So yeah, Alpha 3 should be fun. Should be good to get a better idea of where they're going with it. So things I'm hoping for is some more scenery options. They said they're adding Steam support, which is going to be cool. I can track how many hours I play on it and get the Steam overlay and stuff up as well, which is nice. Also mentioned that they're going to be adding Steamworks, so that hopefully means user-generated content. So we can start seeing some mods and some cool stuff there as well. Get rid of that tunnel, yeah. So in terms of what I want to see them do, the big thing that they haven't done yet is the economy. At the moment there is no economy in the game. So it is just a sandbox. So giving us actual scenarios where we can try and earn money out of this rather than just open this up a little bit. Rather than just here's a random bit of land and go nuts, which is fun. Nothing against doing this. It's great fun. But they could do a bit more with it. Right, so that's my landscaping for that part. And then what I'm going to do is elongate this out a little bit and do another trench. More of a straight trench. Just around here that I can play with. Trying to be conscious of where the second coast is going to go. So I can have it come through and up around here. Just deform that a little bit. Make it look slightly more natural. And then what I want to have this around is a mountain here. So a big ass mountain that I've got some plans for. So I've already got an idea of my 3 coasters. So my plan here is to have a second coaster here, just on this platform. It's going to be directly next to that. I'm going to try and have those be kind of dueling coasters a little bit, or sections where they are, where they kind of intersect and go alongside each other, but with some more inversions and things, kind of a Nemesis vibe. And the second one I want is one that's going to start off a bit higher. Path's going to be ridiculous, but I'm doing this just to ride them. And again, I don't care what people think about it, because I'm not at a point where where I give a shit anymore. So what I'm going to do is build a big ass mountain and have a straight vertical drop into like a chasm, which I'm going to do with some fire and some kraken stuff and make like a mouth to hell. So it's just a pretty tall bump of land. How tall can I make it? How tall can I make the boober of this thing? That's about right. So I've got to have a path leading up to it, of course. I'll bring that down a bit so it's a cool little kind of a rock formation thing. Just chisel out, make it look more rocky, and then flatten this. So I can put something on top of it. Cool. Right. Okay, so that's a good little centerpiece to have stuff move around in and come around, and that's going to be cool. So what I'm going to do is get some scenery and some buildings around this. Ooh, actually, what I do want is just to bring that up a little bit around here more. Just so I can that's cool. Just primarily so I can do a bit of building work around here, and so the path can go this way. So I'm going to do the path first, just because I need to get an idea of where they need to be, because they're going to have to be pretty long. So first thing is I'm going to do a big long path from here to our little pirate zone. How much taller is that? It's about the same level. Okay, great. So I can bring this back down to standard size. And then do my entrance and exit. So entrance and the exit. I have to bring the path around here. So move it snake as much as possible. And go over this chasm, which I can play around with. Now, why is it not letting me? Aha. Okay, so I need to bring that down a level. How do you make it go? Like, that's okay, but then I need to somehow drop this. Let's consult this. So hold left click and up and down. Right. Ah. Gotcha. Oop. Come on, I had it. Right. That is our queue path. And our exit path. We'll just let me bring this around over the actual coaster itself. And that'll be a happy little... There we go. Smooth as butter. Right. Big dip in there. Not particularly wheelchair friendly. Who cares? Okay, so this coaster can now be open. When we open the park up again. And we can start on the theming around it. So a couple of things that I want here. First of all, will this all fit in one place? Don't think it will. I mean, I can build it, and I can readjust that path around it, can't I? Yeah, let's do that. It's not ideal. There we go, more curved. So I can have this like a tower coming in here. It's going to look sick. Yeah, auto stacking is on, so it should just clip to each other, right? Well, that does. What if I click on the thing first? Okay, I might have to delete that and then try and build it slightly further across. It's never as simple as you want it to be, is it? Have to build the land up around it slightly. There we go. That's pretty tall. And then a window one. Gonna put some lighting in there as well, which should be pretty badass. Circular roof, and then the column. Oh no! I want that on top of it. Okay, we can work with that. So that's our first part of the tower. Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. Can I put that on top? Nope. Okay, screw it. It looks fine. So what we'll do first is do some yellow lighting on each of these little windows. It's probably not even, but you won't see it up close from the visitor's viewpoint. And I can't be fucked dealing with grids and shit. To deal with it from there. You probably can just like align everything to a grid, but I am lazy. We'll do one else on the outside of this. I want a Union Jack on the top, of course. And also, we put out the pirate ship? Not without some difficulty. Do that later. Oh, cannons. I'm going to do those later. And the second thing I want is some lights on the inside. Again, going to use the same trick as with the skull, just to mount those inside. Huh. Yeah, just set them in and back so it lights the windows from underneath. Again, I'm not too concerned about them being perfect. As long as it gives the effect. That's all I want. Okay, done. Okay, that should look pretty cool. Suppose that I screw up this path. So first little bit of scenery is done right. Next thing is I'm going to go and build the second coaster. What time are we on? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave that here. I'm going to finish this video off at the moment, and I'm going to restart straight away, and we can get the second part of this coaster finished. The second coaster finished in the next video. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching. I've been GoBetting. I hope you like how this is looking so far. This should be really fun when it's all done. So this should look really cool. I'm going to put a lot of time into this. There's going to be a couple of long videos in here, as this takes a long time. So as always, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and catch you in a moment.